What's up? First thing I want to say is, if you're on Twitter, hit me up at PEFreak520, same as here on YouTube. I talk a lot about sports, mostly Philly-related stuff, and I just throw out some random shit every now and then. But lately, I've been talking a lot about the Flyers series with the Penguins, a lot. A little bit of shit talking, just a little, but you know. But speaking of which, the Flyers and the Penguins. Now, I haven't really made a Flyers video in a while, a couple of years probably. And I really wasn't planning on making a video about the Flyers throughout the playoffs or whatever. But you know what? I gotta get it out a little bit, man. So I'm watching the game yesterday, and it's ridiculous the amount of goals. First of all, the amount of goals that the Flyers have been scoring. 20 goals in 3 games. 16 in the last 2. 8 goals in Game 2. 8 goals in Game 3 yesterday. Man, the offense, it's obvious that Fleury is not on his game for Pittsburgh. I mean, I know he's a better goalie than this, but I love it. I love it. It's perfect timing. Perfect timing for him to start playing the way he is. You know, I'm not complaining at all. But, I mean, the offensive explosion. I mean, I can't remember a 3-game stretch, where the Flyers have had this kind of offense, man. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, that's not specifically what I wanted to talk about, man. I want to talk about Neil and Asham, man, for the Penguins, and that bitch Cindy Crosby. You know, if Asham and Neil don't get a suspension of at least 3 games for their stunts that they pulled yesterday, the NHL, it's a disgrace, man. It'll be pathetic. It'll just be a black eye in the NHL, on the NHL's face, if they don't properly discipline these two knuckleheads, man. These 2 goons out there on the ice, man. That pissed me off. What Asham was doing, I don't know, man. It still irritates me. So, I do a lot of venting on Twitter about it, and I've all kinds of shit, man. And Sidney Crosby, he's the biggest fucking crybaby in the history of professional, collegiate, pee-wee, minor league, schoolyard, anything sports, man. That guy's a bitch like you wouldn't believe. He wants to act all tough on the ice, but he waits till he's referees in between him and Giroux to get a couple of cheap shots in. Other than that, he's just yapping through the fucking glass or yapping from a distance, and somebody's trying to take him on, and he just kind of mumbles under his fucking breath and skates away. But when he has somebody in between him, he's a bitch, and he instigated, in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes, he instigated every fucking thing yesterday, pretty much. There was no point in him tapping the glove away from Voracek when he was trying to pick up his glove, just stupid shit. But you know what, though? It tells me, and it tells a lot of Flyers fans, and it tells a lot of people, on TV, one thing about the whole Penguins team, and especially the way they acted yesterday, that the Flyers are under their skin, man. Flyers have the better of them right now, and we're sitting 3-0 on top of the Penguins in the series, where a lot of people were, predicting that they would go on and win the Stanley Cup, talking about the Penguins, and no. Now, the only thing I want to see the Flyers do a little bit better is play defense, especially because there was a couple of goals, man, where the Flyers gave up, or Brizgalov gave up, man. And there were some goals that that he gave up that were should have been saves or, you know, whatnot. So, you know, but it's just unbelievable the way this team has been playing, especially with all the young players, man. But anyway, that's all I really want to. I didn't really go into much detail, but that's all I really want to say about the Flyers and Pens, man. The series isn't over. We're up 3-0 and it only takes one more to eliminate Pittsburgh's sorry asses. But it's not over until the 4th game is won. So just keep that in mind, man. You know, I'm happy as hell, ecstatic with any Flyers fan should be ecstatic with the position that we're in right now against Pittsburgh. But it's not over yet. Still one more game to win against them to move on. So right now, 13 knock-knocks. Flyers fans, you should know what I'm talking about. So 13 more knock-knocks to go. But anyway, moving on. That's the Flyers, man. And another thing I wanted to mention real quick. Phillies. Not doing too hot right now, but they also won yesterday 8-2. Hopefully it's a start of something. But what I wanted to talk about, though, is towards the end of July, I believe the 27th, 28th, and 29th of July, the Phillies are going to be down in Atlanta. As of right now, I'm planning on being, hopefully, at all 3 of those games in Atlanta. So, if any Phillies fans that plan on being down in Atlanta for that series at the end of July, hit me up, man. Maybe we can, you know, do a little something, you know, whatever, get together for the game. Maybe outside the game, before or after or whatever. Hit me up, let me know. I think it'll be fun. So, if anybody's going to happen to be in Atlanta around that time, just let me know. Hopefully the Phillies will go 3-0 for those 3 games at least. So, should be fun. Never been to Atlanta other than the airport, but other than that, I've never been to Atlanta. So, check out Turner Field or and the Atlanta Braves. So, anyway, man, that's all I really got. Don't really have nothing Eagles related as of right now that I want to talk about too much. So, that's it, man. Fucking Penguins are a bunch of whining, crybaby ass goon motherfuckers. And that's why they're in the position that they're in. But it's not over yet. I'm not getting too cocky. Not too cocky. Maybe a little bit. But anyway, that's all I got, man. Hit me up on Twitter, at PEFreak520. I will follow you back. So, alright, that's it. Peace. Go Flyers!